Okay, my name is Ni Zhao. I am an associate professor in the Department of Biostatistics at Johns Hopkins University. I've been in the department for a little over 9 years already, and from this year, I started to serve as a PhD program director, and that's why I'm here. Yeah, so I'm very proud of our program because this is the best PhD program of biostatistics in the United States. And we are in the best school of public health. And we are adjacent to one of the best schools of medicine and one of the best hospitals in this country as well, which means that we have a lot of resources, a lot of collaboration with them, and we get to work on all the top important and exciting things. Our PhD program brings together our faculty and student will train our student to work on very, very interesting and very exciting research topics with two goals: move toward the research and also train our student to be the best of themselves in statistical practice, in statistical leadership, and in public health practice. We want people with excellent background in the quantitative field. So our bare minimum requirement is that the student have to go through some trainings in calculus and linear algebra. We require at least 1 year of linear algebra and calculus in their undergraduate. And although it's not required, but it's usually recommended to have other rigorous trainings, either in computer science or in other deep statistical or mathematical and such as real analysis. For graduation, our students go through rigorous trainings. There are a few milestones if you come here and do your PhD study. The student will need to pass their qualifying exam either at the end of the first year, but they have to finish it before the end of the second year. And then this is one of the milestones. And then usually somewhere in their third year, they do their oral exam, which essentially they present some of their research, but the committee will approve them to go on their dissertation. And finally, of course, when you finish, you will need to finish your dissertation, defend your dissertation, and satisfy the requirement of the school and the department. For opportunities, I guess the most important opportunity is the training and the research opportunity, because you get to be exposed to the very, very different and very exciting research questions that are going on in the department. And there's such a big variety of research questions that faculties are interested in, so that you will get exposed to all of them. Then in addition to that, we were very proud of the environment overall that are offered from the department. Almost all faculties have open door policies, that there is a lot of hallway conversations that can happen that benefit the student and the faculty at the same time. We have a number of student organizations, tons of activities that goes on from the department. We have our working groups, which we are very, very proud of, that expose students to all kinds of things. So you need to have some mathematical and statistical or computer science trainings in order to go through our rigorous curriculum. And also we are interested, of course, in students who have a deep curiosity in science, in statistics, and in medical health, essentially. So we would like students who have a deep interest in that and are able to work both independently and collaboratively. Well, saying that, I also want to say that we understand it's a training process, right? When the students come in, there are certain traits that we really look into, but we also train them along the way so that you learn about how to do research. You learn about how to work on specific problems. You learn about when you run into an obstacle, how do you go around it? Like how do you tackle it? How do you solve the problem? Or maybe you can pivot your questions in a different way. And I think last and not the least is that we look into students who have perseverance, who are robust in different obstacles. to be able to work through them and will not be knocked down by obstacles. Understanding that sometimes life and research can be tough, but we want to work together to overcome them. So I guess that's like the candidates that we look into in our admission process. Well, I would say our PhD student, when they finish, there's a lot of job opportunities for them. The last time I checked is that about 40% of our PhD students stays in academia. Some of them eventually go to like top research universities, some of them go to research institutions, some of them may go to teaching school depending on their interest. And then about maybe 30% around goes to industry, and in the industry, like of course there are people who go to pharmaceutical companies. Some of our students go to high-tech companies such as Amazon, Facebook, Google, and there are also students who go to the finance sector. Then there's also a non-negligible share of our students go to government agencies. Like for example, we have students who go to NIH, who go to FDA, some of them in the regulational roles, some of them in research roles as well. And many of them eventually go into leadership roles, either in private sectors, or into government, or into research institutions. So they use the skills, the tools, and the experience, the knowledge that they gained from us to essentially shine and fly in their career.